Hello and welcome to Coffee and Contemplation, and thank you for joining me for today's review. But first, let's enjoy some coffee. Not bad. A little bit later than I'd like to have coffee, but alas. Let's begin the review. First, we're going to go over, as usual, a Fortnite solo ranked battle royale game. I don't remember the details of this one, so let's just jump right into it. After that, I'll be going over my typing practice, how I approach it, what I think the purpose of it is, and then after that, I'll be going over a game in my arcade classic collection called ArmageTron. I don't actually know the pronunciation, but basically, it's actually really good practice for Fortnite, and I can elaborate more on that later and see why I apply the Battle Royale term here as well as here. Yeah, so we're going to get right into the Fortnite solo ranked Battle Royale. And I'm just going to try and land somewhere center. Lots of metal. This is my typical landing zone. Okay. This just comes down to having had a better drop. Either way, we can do an analysis. So I'm landing. I can see glider indicator, bottom right of my screen, bottom of my screen, glider indicator. I can't really hear it. That someone is actually hard contesting me. Oh, he was approaching from a different direction. Yeah, well, I ended up getting gray SMG. I actually missed a lot of shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's see. I'll tell you how many shots I missed. I missed like 6 at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I hit him on my 7th shot. That's fine. He still dies quick. I had a good drop. I need to be mindful of a retreat path. What I was saying before this is my typical landing spot, but I should have a plan B and a plan C. Maybe different central zones. But as of right now, this is just my plan A. Got a purple SMG, which is nice. Blue SMG as well. Even if I end up dropping it, I want to make sure I drop it inside. I'm gonna keep looting because I don't have a shotgun. I didn't get Keymaster, but this is a fine spot for me to box up anyways, in case I do get Keymaster later. I don't mind spending a little bit of brick right there. Just gonna reinforce the base. Pretty center zone. I don't have a shotgun, so I'm just gonna stop farming, stop whatever I'm doing until I find one. It's the only thing that matters. I can win fights with only SMG, but it puts you at a massive disadvantage. I'd rather not have to deal with that. Get a DMR. Oh yeah, I get lucky with a God chest, I remember. God chest, purple havoc. Couldn't have asked for better. Normally I don't have to rotate this far for a shotgun. No, max chug splashes, or not chug splashes, rather, slap juice. Okay, enemy shoots at me. And I see... I don't know what they're called, thunder sticks or something. I don't want the enemy to hit me with them, so I'll just box it up. I don't want to use it myself, I don't know how. At least as of right now. I'm gonna sit in a cone. It looks like they just got into their own fight, so I'm gonna, now that I have a shotgun, go establish my base as desired. I have a lot of extra bricks, so. 2 augments I need to fill out. Just gonna work on my base. I'm north of zone, north center. Replace doors first, windows second. Max mats. In this case I replaced with brick because I wanted metal. Right now my mats are 2, 4, 3. Yeah, everything's fine. Zone transition soon. See if I have to rotate south. High probability I have to rotate south. I do. I can take my time and make sure I'm max resources. Play edge zone. Now I'm max metal. Now I'm gonna max my brick. I'm max brick. Now I'm gonna max my metal. I see someone in that house, saw him in the window, also a glider flying past. I'm just not going to move until someone forces me to. I ended up, luckily, getting Keymaster, also giving me chug splashes instead of minis, as well as a kinetic blade instead of slap juice. At this point, because I have extra white heals, I'm going to just sit here. Play edge zone. Slap juice heals for 15 white, so I can just pop it at 87 because it takes a little bit to pop. I remembered that there were bananas and cabbage over here, so I just decided to go eat it. Edit a door, just so I'm ready to rotate. Since I used that slap juice, I may as well get the sprint value. I have chug splashes to top off my white heals. There's an enemy in zone. At this point, I'm glad I saved my sword charges. I wanted to just make it in. He pushes me. I expand out. I think he kind of just disengages. I hit him from far away with an SMG as he rotates away for 51 damage. And that forces him to be paranoid and just sit behind that wall watching me. I think he has a sniper or some form of long range punish. So I only shot him when his back was turned. Glider from behind, rotating now to in front. I see him rotating on foot. Just letting him go. This was good. Shoot out the wall. I'll find extra loot. Drop my heals. I want mats primarily. And I got brick there, 175. Some floppers. I can tank storm for a while. I decided to chop out the fight because I wasn't sure if that was the only body. Now I want to get max wood, max brick in zone. 12 players remain. My strategy is remain invisible until top 3, execute upon third party. Or execute a third party attack on the enemy when there are 2 enemies fighting. My mats are better now. I'm gonna go back to where I dropped my heals. 10 players remain. I can take the rift. Slap juice before. I'm gonna rotate far center. It was good timing and good fortune to have been able to find a rift. I get tagged once by an AR. Good movement overall. And he flees. Ah, I hate NPCs. So far I'm just building a 2x2 2-layer defensive. Not really that concerned. Okay, he starts pressuring my wall. But in a non-committal fashion. So I don't really care. I see a half pot there. I'll just do a little bit of fancy. I emote and just attempt to provoke him into some maneuver. It provoked him into a maneuver. Whatever. Not bad. Okay, zone governs rotation. We have to go north, east. Zone's half in, half out. I'm gonna wait again to rotate until absolutely necessary. Oh, I saw a guy in a bush. Shoot him 59. I shouldn't have done this third magazine. Eight damage there. I'm just rotating late and half in, half out. Northeast. I rotate on foot until I hear an enemy and then I 3 sword charges. Yep, enemy shoots me once, SMG. I get to a bush. I find grenades. I mark zone far north pole. I can sit here for a bit, use elements of surprise. Everyone has some form of mobility tool at this point. I hear people nearby. This is a potential spray opportunity, but I'd rather just be invisible. Asen gave me the advice yesterday that once you're in the top 10, aggression is rewarded based on the new late game elimination point system. I can factor that into my decision making, but I don't know how much it'll really change what I do. But it's good information to know, that's for sure. Now I'm on wood only. I have 420. Nice. Okay, and a northeast rotation here. I'm in a cone. These guys are fighting. Did 95 damage. Wow, this was a terrible sequence. That's right, I need to press 1 to pull out my pickaxe. Right, I need to press shift to pull out the blueprint for my floor. Why I need to press F to activate and edit. And why I need to get down into my box. So I clicked the wrong piece. I failed to re-edit my clone. I edit my floor in the wrong way like 4 times. And then I just decide, oh my god, I'm pickaxing in. Okay. That right there, I should have just been on the spot killed for. That's what I'm doing. Like, this is a really good third party. The guy who chopped, I hit 95. I just missed my edit. I missed my re-edit. I missed my edit. I missed my re-edit. I missed my edit. I missed my re-edit. Then I pickaxe down. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get out of this spot. Three sword charges. Get ahead of the zone. Box up. Hold my wall. Ramp in front of me. Play bush. I have bush warrior. Get white heals from it. In an ideal scenario, I get a free kill here, but it doesn't play out this way this time. I think there's 6 players total. Maybe 7. So then I sword, I get sprayed at and take full shield. Now I have no shield. Throwing grenades. Sprayed in the back. I hit one person. I exploit in. This is actually really good. We can watch that again. I think he's the guy I hit with a grenade too. Okay, grenade 1 to the right wall. Grenade 2 and 3 to the left wall. Protecting my back with wall. Ramp. First grenade off. Second grenade hits. Oh no, it was my second and third grenade. Second grenade broke the wall, third grenade did damage. First pickaxe, second pickaxe as I jump, I'm through his wall. I hit him with a shotgun. I just commit to a full SMG spray. He dies. I break out. Build a wall. There's an enemy there. I could have built a floor above him, but no worries. Edit out. Storage. Now I'm in a bush. I have Bush Warrior. Freaking really good game to have Bush Warrior. 4 players remain. I decided to sword up. I am 1 HP. Almost out of max. I have 400 metal, so I should just get up. 4 players remain. Now I'm up on the second layer. A little bit safer. And I gotta go west. Zone. Now I'm in zone once I'm in this box. This is where I want to be able to know what angles to take to spray. Enemy down, forward, left. SMG spray. He tries to shoot back. Guy with a heavy sniper. This, I think, is 3 players remaining. So I'm pinched between high ground and low ground right now. I'm completely out of mats now. I hear one guy med misting. Oh, I'm dead on my side. That's a tough situation. Was it the low ground player or the high ground player? I think the high ground player dropped down on my build and killed me, and then the low ground player killed the high ground player. Oh no, the high ground player won. He drops down on the low ground player and also kills him with his SMG spray. Okay. So in that scenario, when it was height, mid, and low, what ended up happening was height jumped on me, killed me from an angle I didn't see. Then he jumped onto the guy below, killed him from an angle I didn't see. What I can do better in the future is, I need a refresh earlier. Taking Asen's advice on once you're top 10 having a default aggressive attitude, trying that may end up putting me in a better position for victory or top 3. Yeah, I'll just have to see. Because if I'm only aggressive at top 3 but I only have wood and no heals by the time I hit top 3, like what if I augment my goal to be, I want to arrive at the top 3 with ideal mats, ideal heals, ideal weaponry. Now that complicates things, it makes it more difficult. But it's good to think about. Anyways, 3rd place, not too bad. Solos are pretty competitive, so just gotta take what I can get and learn what I can where I can. So next I actually want to take a little bit of time just going over typing practice and why I think it's important. In the context of PC gaming, the tool that is currently like one of the main tools to interface with the computer and the web and video games and all of that stuff is the keyboard. And it's been that way for a long time, this standard QWERTY model keyboard. And so because that is the case, and across all games I'm using this tool, I want to be good and fluent at using that tool. So then, as a part of my metagame practice, which I do every session, I make sure to go over a few different fundamental typing scenarios that I think improve articulation relative to English, fluency, accuracy in text and in speech. Those aren't directly related to gaming, but those are just, I think, good overall for cognition and language skills. But then in addition to that, all the motor skills you're using to develop when you're typing, you use those same strokes, keystrokes, in video games as well. So I'll be doing a left-hand only typing practice where I'm actually positioning on the keyboard as if I'm playing a game. My hands are on spacebar, WASD, and left shift. And from there, when I'm doing my left-hand only practice, I'm pretending as if I'm in a game, hitting each keystroke in an accurate manner, at least as accurate as I can manage. Yeah, so the drills that I do, now that I've explained why I think that the keyboard is important and practicing on the keyboard is important, the keystrokes are relevant. It can improve your general fluency and cognition at the same time as improving your skills, your movement, your rhythm, your timing in-game. Keyboard's connected to everything. So you just need to make sure that you can use it well. The drills that I do 1-minute drills. The first drill is top 200 English words, and I just try and type it accurately, calm, fast. And then after that, I do a left hand only typing practice in the way that I described, where my left hand is on WASD, and I just try and practice every keystroke as if I were moving around in a game. And then I repeat a second time top 200 English word 1 minute, and then and then left hand only for 1 minute. And that right there is 4 minutes of practice with slight breaks in between. And I'll finish my typing practice with the phonetic alphabet. They have that, which on this website in general is a really good tool for learning to type and practicing typing. It's called Typing Academy. They have a free version, and that's what I use. But they have a phonetic alphabet drill that I think is useful as well, because it contains every key, A through Z, as well as various hyphenations and stuff like that. Anyways, we can just... I'll let it run on double speed and make comments as I see fit. But basically, yeah, I'm doing top 200 English words right now. I'm going to try and read it in my head, because I'm on double speed. You can read faster than you can type, so I should be able to comfortably keep up with my typing pace. Alright, so then we can go over the results. I didn't really look at it very fast, but 92.2. So anything above 88 words per minute for me personally, I'd say that's kind of like my low edge for a standard. I'm happy with anything in that regard. And then in terms of accuracy, I made 3 mistakes. So then at the end, I like to highlight the words that I made a mistake and then just type it correctly. So now I do left hand only. And I'm keeping my hand resting on WASD as if I'm playing a game while doing this. I think this drill right here is something heavily overlooked by pro gamers, and I think that this is one of the fundamental backbones to my practice. The fact that I was able to do it comfortably with 0 mistakes and get 45 words per minute, I'm quite happy. That's like anything above 40 with 0 to 5 errors, I'm pretty happy with. So, and then I repeat the top 200 English words once again. I think you don't have to do it obsessively, but I think everybody should be fluent on their keyboard. Looks like I made, let's actually evaluate the score, 91.4 words per minute. 5 mistakes. So then I correct the mistakes. And then left hand only once again. I made 0 mistakes on the last left hand only, so I'm like, oh, a lot of pressure on myself to not make a mistake. But I end up making a mistake here. I think I only make 1. It's worth taking a little bit of time. Like, this is the equivalent of brushing your teeth or going to the gym. Just some fundamental practice that reinforces other aspects of your life in a positive way. 44.6 with 1 mistake. And then I correct the mistake, and then it goes to phonetic alphabet. Papa Lima Victor November. I mean, it's worthwhile knowing the phonetic alphabet as well. I don't think I have it perfectly memorized, but because I practice this, at least at the level of unconscious, I'm well aware with the phonetic alphabet. Consciously, I can't list it A to Z, but... I find that I'm slower on this than I am on the top 200 English words on the average. Like 81 there. I'm fine with anything above, honestly above 85. So I'm a little below my standard here, but it's not too bad. I make a few mistakes, recover, and then I'm done. Yeah, it's not anything too crazy, but I think that being able to hit your edits, being able to hit your shots, being able to move with a purpose, be able to hit your keystroke at the fundamental level is reinforced by actually practicing with your keyboard. Yeah, pretty good. Brief, but at the same time, I think I covered it pretty well. Next, we're going to be going over an arcade classic game that I've been playing since I was a little kid. My best friend when I was a kid, he and I used to just play versus each other. It was a lot of fun. And so I've continued keeping the game as something I'll play just one game per session. I don't play it obsessively or too much, but I quite enjoy the game. And so I'll just demonstrate the gameplay. What I end up doing is you can control the grid size of the arena and how many opponents you're playing with. You can also play versus players, although it's kind of a game with a low player base. I don't think you'll find many online games, but if you're playing with friends and family, you can play on a localized network. Anyways, I won't be doing that. I'll be playing versus bots. So I set up my match to have a range of bots, I think anywhere from like 8 to 20. And what this does is on the arena, simulate very similar to that. The movement patterns that are allowed within a battle royale are also very similar to the movement patterns that are allowed in ArmageTron when you have like 24 opponents. And so like, what you want to do is create a space for yourself and then aggressively defend your territory and claim new territory when it's appropriate. That's basically like the same as Fortnite at the level of abstract concept. But then this is a completely different manifestation. It's a very binary game. You can either turn left or you can turn right, and you can either speed up or slow down. And so the game is just that simple. So the purpose of the game, it's very similar to Snake. You leave a trail behind you, don't crash into that trail, and outlive your opponent who also is simultaneously leaving a trail behind them. So then strategically position your tail and trail to cut off and trap the enemy while being mindful of enemies looking to do the same for you. It's a really fun game. I will check it out. So I'm starting the match. ArmageTron Advanced. This is the version. You could just Google the game if you wanted to try it. It's free. And so then I just... Local game. I'm the orange bike. And so here I've actually gotten a mechanical error right off the bat to die. I'll slow it down. I did a good job sequestering off space for myself initially. But there, I end up panicking. So right here, I'm orange. I have a lot of room to maneuver. It's hard for an enemy to infiltrate my territory, but because I just barely started playing the game, I ended up turning 270 degrees instead of 180. Okay. Here, I turn around quick. I set up a trap for the enemy. I'm trying to create space for myself. I have a lot of room here, so I'm just taking my time in an efficient manner. No enemies are threatening me. Okay, purple's threatening me. I had to change my approach. Okay, purple didn't have room to maneuver. Everybody else is dead. I win that round. I set up a couple traps there. One of my traps hits an enemy. I'm sequestering my zone. Enemy ended up dying just in time for me to get out. Yeah, when you die, your walls disappear. That's something that I didn't mention. I don't actually love the path that I decided to go this time. I kind of screwed myself, especially by turning right here. Okay, but he died shortly after. If I had... Okay, I set up 3 traps. One of them worked. It worked on green. But I like to build myself a little protected area and then just efficiently maneuver through that protected area. This time, there was no path out. Whatever, that happens sometimes. Set up a trap, no path out. Bad pathing there. I should have gone elsewhere. I like starting like this. 2 enemies on the inside of my box. Blue got trapped when I turned around fast 180. I have a lot of room to maneuver here. Once I run out of this quadrant, I'm gonna want to set a boundary around the remaining player, and that's what I'm looking to do. He doesn't end up lasting long enough. I set a trap, it actually takes out purple. I set another trap, it takes out gray. Trying to efficiently maneuver. Ended up, because I set up 2 traps, having a lot of free space on my side. How I set up a trap is a quick 180, and then a quick 180 again, like right there. Okay, I block a guy off. Just trying to work with what I got. That round was tough, very congested. I had bad pathing also. Set up a trap. I have a lot of room to maneuver for myself. Pretty narrow situation here. Now I have a lot of room to maneuver because of red. If red turns right, I'm in a pickle. Nice. That was a good round. Oh my god, that was dangerous. I did not look before I turned. I have a lot of room to maneuver here. Yeah, I'd love to play this game someday with like 20 humans instead of AI. I've never had a game with more than like 2 humans or at a time, but versus AI, it's still a lot of fun. Bit by bit, you never know what the future holds as well. But yeah, anyways, that was a good little overview of ArmageTron. It's a free game. If you're interested, I actually think you might not think that it is directly connected, but I think that there is an integral meta pattern underneath the movement in ArmageTron and the movement in Fortnite. If you have that many enemies, there's only a certain number of strategies that'll be applicable. So it's like building your own safe space and then aggressively maneuvering on the margins of your safe space. But yeah, that's about all. So thank you for your time and attention today.